video with my phone. That's disturbing. It used to let me do that. Anyway, I am Kay from Portland, here to talk to you about what the universe has to tell us and a little bit about politics as well. Just shuffling my cards. It's Friday, May the 30th. I tried to go live on my computer the other day, but it didn't work out. So I hope somebody saw it. I had a long list of questions that I answered about predictions for the future concerning politics. I may or may not do it again. So far, everything's turned out the way I thought it would, though, so, or wait, the way the spirits told me it would, I should say. Okay, let's see what's going on here. The end of May. Okay. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to ask it in general what the energy is for today. Oh, looks like some people are a little bored. But as far as what they're planning to do, they're going to be victorious. They're going to be walking away from something that's negative. There is going to be a little bit of conflict. Some new ideas are going to come in, some creative ideas. And there's an energetic spirit around money. So that tells me that a lot of us are probably looking for a job. As far as I go, I decided to go back to DoorDash since I have some energy right now. I'm not on chemo at the moment, so I want to enjoy this time of having some energy. So I'll be dashing around delivering food. So that's a job where I can quit and not feel guilty about talking to an employer about quitting. Because when I'm on chemo, my mind is gone. It's out of there. Yeah. I mean, I still study. I still listen to the news as much as I can tolerate, but enough to keep up with it. Anyway, let's see. So today I've been mainly thinking about the stock market. A lot of times, hey, it's just the stock market. It's fairly stable. It goes up and down, but, we're not that worried. If you have a 401k and things are like they were when Biden was in office, you're thinking, they'll just be slow growth, better than putting money in the bank. I mean, you don't get hardly any interest. And there was a time, someone saying, what am I doing gaming? I don't know what they're talking about. But thank you for coming. Yes, I'm from Portland. Well, I'm from California, but I'm living in Portland. Somebody says, Sunny T says, hi, women. Oh, no, I'm not gaming. No, I'm not gaming. Just a little political talk. Anyway, so a lot of times you don't think much about the stock market, especially if you don't have enough to invest in it. But even to the people who don't invest, got somebody here from India, but who's in Dubai now. That's interesting, turbo gamers. So anyway, even if you don't have money in the stock market, it should concern you because it has an effect on what our dollar used to be based on gold, but no longer. So it's just a confidence factor. And people around the world are really losing faith in our government. So our I forget what they call it, the credit score. America's credit has gone down a rung for the first time in many, many years. Sorry, I don't remember how many, but it has not gone down, but it devalues the dollar. And so if you are someone who wants to travel and go overseas, your dollar isn't going to be worth as much as it used to be worth. And, this is a concern. Let's see. Um, anyway, so what's happening is I had some notes. The market, of course, goes up and down. And when I had a little money from an inheritance, I had some money in the market. And what happened was I made quite a bit on crypto. When it was down, I would buy, and when it was up, I would sell. And I was a day trader for a while because it was working pretty well. And that's what's happening now. Somebody's asking, where are my children? Sounds like a horror movie. Yes. Well, anyway, yes, I know where my children are, but they are grown. Which car do I own? Hmm. Well, maybe I shouldn't have gone live. Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, I just have a Dodge, if you must know. um, so anyway, it works pretty well that way. If the stock market's going up and down, you can make some money, especially if you're an insider like some of our government officials who are close to Trump. He will, I guess, let them know because the stock market shows that right before he talks about a tariff, it will go up, and then he starts talking tariffs, and then it goes down. And if people know about it, they're going to buy when it's down and sell when it's up. And it's insider trading to a huge degree. Okay, now I'm being asked about my husband. What husband? um, yeah. Well, if you want to learn about turbo gamer gamers, if you want to learn about the stock market, there's a very easy, free way to do it. Just go on to Stash and Robinhood. They're two apps. Stash is just STASH. It's really informative. And they'll have all kinds of different articles about what to do, how to do it, and it's really, really fun. In a fairly short time, I made $400, which for me was a lot considering how little I put into the market. That was within a year, I made 400. And that's just me just learning from scratch, but I love to learn. So I read articles. It's pretty easy to learn about the stock market, really. I can't say I'm an expert. I didn't go into these futures. I don't think they're a great idea. I was fairly conservative, but what I did, I went through Robinhood and I could see how much each stock had made in the last day, week, month, year, and you could see the trends. And that's very helpful. It doesn't mean it's totally something you can do um, with total assurance, but it gives you an edge if you can look at the graphs. I mean, it used to be that you had to go to a broker to see the graphs at all, but now they're right there on the net. So it's like an even playing field. Um, you earned today $100. Was that with crypto? Goodbye, Sunny T. Nice seeing you. Anyway, so I mean, I could look at the cards each day. The tarot. I could look at the cards, and every day I could see what to do. I mean, I've done that with Super Bowl. I haven't bet in person, I haven't done that since I was in Las Vegas. I remember one day I had my pendulum. Where's that pendulum? I have a wonderful pendulum. And I was married at that time. And my husband said, "Why don't you try the pendulum?" Hold on here. There it is. "Why don't you try the pendulum and see what you can do?" So I decided to do a um, let's see, what's it called? You bet on four different teams who will win. And what happened was I bet on the four teams, and I think it was you put in $5 and get back 20, or I don't know, it was pretty good odds. Well, I mean, it's not very likely that you win four teams, but you can, especially if you have the gold card in Las Vegas and you could look at all the stats. And especially if you bet the underdogs in Las Vegas because they win more. They win, I think, 70% of the time. So if you always bet the underdogs and don't get emotionally involved, you can be a winner at the horses. I mean, well, at the horses too, but in sports. So I became pretty knowledgeable when I was in Las Vegas. I lived there for 20 years, and I bet the horses came out ahead. But I love statistics, I love mathematics. So that was pretty fun. But anyway, back to the parlay. I did the parlay, and then the games came on, and my husband and I were watching them from our little studio appointment there, our apartment there, and it was pretty interesting because the first game we won. Well, I won. And then the second game I won. And then I won the third game and I went to do the dishes. I couldn't even look at the TV. And my husband was like jumping around on the bed. He just went nuts because I actually ended up winning the fourth game. So then he kept saying, "Okay, we got to do the pendulum again. Come on, let's do it." But you know, I learned about gambling because I was in Las Vegas, but I wouldn't call myself a gambler, and I don't like to mix the psychic with gambling so much. I just feel it's sort of unspiritual, to tell you the truth. I found gaming pretty empty. In fact, I was a professional roulette player for a week. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I did. I found a wonderful system that was very, very old called the Wicket system. And I found it was very, very good on 50% bets, like red and black. So I used that system and I did very well. But then I got overly confident and quit because I wouldn't stick with my own system. And that's what happens with gambling. You get involved in it and it can catch you in a way that makes you cocky and makes you overbet or bet in a way you didn't intend to because of emotions, and it can be gut wrenching and you can lose. I mean, I just saw so many unhappy gamblers who just frittered away everything, lost their marriages, lost their car, lost their job. I mean, it's like alcoholism, only in a way it's worse because they give you free drinks in Las Vegas. So a lot of people were both alcoholics and drinkers. Well, I didn't expect to get into this today, but gambling. Good thing I live here in Oregon, although I could still bet if I wanted to. Um, Oh, I wish you would tell me what you bet on. That's really interesting. Not what you bet on, but what you traded to win 100. Was it crypto? Okay, you're leaving. All right. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to ask a couple questions. Does anyone have a question about politics that they would like to know the answer to? I can look at the cards and do that for you. Let's see, I have some notes from the other day. Oh, I have one. I'm wondering if Trump is going to listen to the courts and if he will stop with the tariffs and even reverse them. Let's see what the cards say. Okay, all right. See if he's going to reverse them. Well, he's going to have some help from someone who is very smart. The King of Swords. Very smart, a lot of ideas. Well, not really ideas, but let me see. Okay. Oh, he's going to slow walk it. He's going to very slowly start doing what the courts say for him to do. And when he does that, we're going to get our world back. Things are going to greatly improve. This is the last card of the tarot. It's after all of the up and down experiences really coming to fruition and having literally the world in your hands. That's what that symbolizes. Okay, the next question. Let me see my notes, see if there's anything that is still pending today. Okay. Oh yeah, just looking back over the past. Yeah, my cards knew that the fire judge would be reinstalled. As far as I can tell, it looks like less and less Americans, U.S. citizens, are being deported. Okay, as far as the protests go, I want to ask, will Trump ever decide to use the military against U.S. citizens? The cruelty in this regime is unbelievable. Nazi. It's like Nazis at the top of our government, and that is not any joke. We have Nazis running our government right now. Okay. Walking away. Justice. There will be justice, and our wishes will come true. I have been manifesting every day. I manifest a clean government, and selfishly good health for myself and good health for others. Manifesting. Be as light a vibration as you can, because things are going to work out. This is a blip. In the large scheme of things, this is a blip. We have to all be vigilant, though, understand what's going on, and not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. We do have a little bit of checks left. We have some judges who are really coming down hard on Trump, and he is suffering for it. He needs to take a reprieve. I feel like he has slowed down in a way with his assault on all of us. Assault on one of us is an assault on all of us. Um, Grieving. Yeah, I know I've had my times of grieving the loss of America, but I know it's going to come back, and that keeps me hopeful. Okay, we have pain, decisions to make. Trump is so blind. Will he make the correct decisions for our country in the long run? Oh, he's feeling defeated. So defeated. And the battles that he has won, the battles that he has won have been not ethical, just not ethical. And they'll be reversed. The high priestess, use your intuition and you will know that things are going to come out right. Okay, are there any other questions that we would want to know? I've been studying Spanish, so I have a lot of Spanish words in here. Hopefully one day I will go back to Mexico and be able to use my Spanish, or maybe I'll go to Fresno. I know a lot of people speak Spanish there, and it would be wonderful to be able to understand them. I can understand quite a lot now when I listen to the Spanish radio stations, because I've been studying Duolingo for about 4 years. I'm a slow learner. Let's see here. I have my recipes. My organizational skills are about, well, my only organization is that I have one book, so I know if I look into it, I can eventually find what I'm looking for because it's all in one book, instead of notes all over the place like Post-it notes that I used to use. Which reminds me, before we go on with politics, maybe I don't even want to go on with politics today. I want to read my cards that I made up. I want you to be able to say some things to yourself to feel good. Okay. See what we need to read for ourselves. I am prosperous. Money works for me. I am good with money. I am a money magnet. That's a good thing to say to yourself. I am prosperous. Money works for me. I am good with money. I am a money magnet. Try that one. I decide for myself exactly who I want to be. I create my reality, and it's amazing. I am amazing. These are just affirmations. If you're feeling down, it's good to do these. Live as if you are already the person you want to be. I am the version of the person I want to be. My path is paved with the golden light of love. I expect miracles. And if you look, you will get miracles every day. Be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. I am valuable. I am a gem. I glow with the light of love. I am free. I deserve the reality I desire. I want for nothing. Act as if it is. It will be. I have autonomy over my future. I manifest my destiny. I live in my woman power, or if you're a man, I live in my man power. I manifest my good like a lucky magnet. I'm about to go outside into the world, and I know that happiness begets happiness. Smile at people, they'll smile back. They'll smile at the next person if they don't smile at you. But bring a little joy into the world as much as you can. And just enjoy life. Forget about politics for a while. I'll get more into politics later, but for today, I just want to live in the knowledge that things will improve. I feel it. The universe tells me this every day, that things are going to improve. Things will be good. So say a little prayer and be happy. Enjoy your life. I love you all. See you next time.